Hey collectors, welcome to Star Wars Collected. I'm Jonathan. If you're new here, I hope you consider subscribing. If you're already subscribed, I hope you leave me a like so I know just how many of you to invite to my birthday party. But before we get to that, oh my gosh, guys, I'm excited. This is the Vintage Collection Razor Crest, the Haslab project. We are gonna open it up. We're gonna put it all together. We're gonna compare it to some other crap that I have in my collection. It's gonna be insane. I cannot believe that it's finally here. It feels like I ordered this thing before The Mandalorian came out, which of course is not the case, but it has taken a long time to get here. And I am very excited to be opening it up with you guys today. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I really kind of prefer statues and 1/6 scale replicas and 1:1 replicas. I don't do a lot with the Hasbro pieces anymore. I grew up with them, I loved them growing up. Oh my gosh, my favorite things. But if I could just go to the store and pick up a piece of Star Wars merchandise off of a shelf, I would have no space and no wife probably, and it would not be good news. So, but that being said, I do like the ships. I think the ships are kind of an easy cheat for getting kind of a nice looking model on your shelf of a ship. I said in a video not too long ago that I really think there is a market out there for someone to create some, nicely detailed ships in this scale that, maybe a little more accurate, a little less of the playable aspects of it as far as, having cockpits that are hinged and accommodating action figures, stuff like that. So I feel like there's an area out there, kind of like what Code 3 used to do, that could make some really cool pieces in the sides. But until then, we have Hasbro, and with the Haslab project, they have been doing a really nice job with giving us some cool stuff, maybe with the exception of the Rancor. I put a poll up on my Instagram channel, which if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do that. Do you think, after Book of Boba Fett, especially the finale, do you think that if Haslab were to launch the Rancor now, that it would meet its minimum threshold? Do you think that it would have been a go project? I'd really be curious to know what your thoughts are. Hop down in the comments and let me know. Okay, so we've got our first little peek here. It says Kenner on it, which I love. The Vintage Collection is kind of known for doing that. I'm not really quite sure how to get this out, my nerd friends. I'm gonna kind of put it like this maybe. And just slowly slide it out, which means you guys are gonna get to see it before I do. All right. Oh boy. Looking pretty good. I do see a little crunched corner on my box. Not my favorite thing to see after waiting for so long, but you know what? I'm not a huge stickler about boxes. When this first arrived, I was a little underwhelmed as far as the size goes, because I think my expectation was the last Haslab project, Jabba's sail barge. So when this showed up, that box is not small, but it was not a gigantic box like I've gotten for some of my other high-end collectibles. But now that I have it out here and realizing that it really is the exact same size as that box, it looks pretty big. On the front here, we have this beautiful portrait, and I had kind of forgotten what it includes. So it includes a Mandalorian, a Grogu, an off-world Jawa with a little egg. So that's cool. And then on top here, we have all kinds of photos showing us some of the details and inside and things of that nature. And then on this side, we have a sketch of what is basically on the front. Maybe could have done something a little different there. I mean, it really is kind of the exact same as just on the front, just on the back in a sketch form. Got a little booklet here. Is it sliding out? It's already sliding out of this before we even open it. The bottom's kind of cool. The bottom has a portrait of some more of the details, but kind of like all the ways that you can disassemble it, all the different working panels and things of that nature. This whole thing is very reminiscent of the episode where the Jawa sort of tore it up, although I guess technically IG-11 and Kuel were not there during that time. We've got ourselves a little booklet here. Guys, I can't even believe it's here. It's been so long. Any of the other of you that have backed this project, it just seems like it's been forever. Okay, we've got details here on how to assemble it. It's in this sort of black and white with red, which is very reminiscent of what's on here and in the back of the box. Just all the different little panels. And there's a little display stand, which I'm excited about. I love that it comes with a display stand because I plan on displaying it. We've got some people stuck in carbonite, a Rhodian, I can't quite tell what this bro is, but we've got another guy here. And on top here, there are also some landing gear, so I went ahead and cut that out. It might not actually be adjustable. Looks like it just slides in. Now, there's also the base coming off the bottom here, so I don't know, maybe I should take that out next. Whew, that's a big size base too. I'd also love to know down in the comments how many of you guys backed the Barge, backed this, and then how many of you backed the Raincore that did not go to production. Oh my. Look what we have here, my friends, my friends, my friends. Okay, gosh, where do I start? Okay, we've got a couple carded figures back here. We've got some wings here, the main body here. There's a gun down here. I assume there's a gun there. There's a couple more carbonite frozen friends. Looks like maybe this is Mando. Yeah, we got a Mando there. And we've got some stand base pieces. Let's take these stand base pieces out first. They're just kind of a clear plastic. I'm gonna move it sideways. Let's check out our other carbonite friends here. Human being of some sort. He's got some kind of ribbing on his chest there. Oh, this is a very angry lady. Very angry lady with what looks like kind of a bandolier across her chest. She's got like a fist made with her hands, so that's pretty cool. She mad. Okay, here's our little Mando. Oh, he's kind of adorable. He's so small. Got our guns here. They appear to be identical except for they're flipped. How about these carded figures? Oh my gosh, Grogu is so tiny. He's so tiny, guys. He makes the Jawa look like he's like 9 feet tall, like the Jawa plays in the NBA or something, because he's so much smaller. Really interesting finish on this pram. I'm not really sure why they went with like a Beskar pram for baby Grogu. It is always sort of this like sandy color. He has like the cutest little expression on his face though. Guys, I am 6'7". I work out as much as I can. I will always use the word cute to describe Baby Yoda. I am completely comfortable with what that says about me as a man. It's just cute, all right? Sometimes things are just cute and you gotta call them cute. Oh my gosh, okay, so we've got this whole bag of just awesome accessories. There's pistols and there's bags and there's a rifle in here. All kinds of little accessories. I think I see the little shift knob ball. This is exciting, guys. This is like being a kid again. I remember like loving all the little guns. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're doing this together. If you decided to skip on this one, or wasn't for you, or wasn't in your collecting budget, I'm glad that you're here doing this with me. Guys, this looks good. This paint job looks good. I'm a little taken back by it. It looks amazing. There were a lot of people who said like this should be a toy. They should sell this in a store. As much as I would love that for people to be able to maybe more people be able to get it, save up for it a little bit easier, or maybe find it on a little bit of a discount at some point. I don't know if they could give you this kind of paint job and all that stuff if it was just marketed to be in a store, because I think you'd have to do a lower price point to make it fair to the retailers. Wow, I am glad that this looks this good. Sorry for all the noise with that. Let me show you this side too. This has got the working door panel here. Well, I kind of want to explore it without the wings on, just because I think it'll be a little bit easier to do. I'm just going to go ahead and say sorry, not sorry. This video is going to be a little bit longer, but I think this deserves it. I think this is worth looking at in depth. There's so many little panels. I'm probably going to miss them all. Well, it seems like it's got a really good security system on it, because I'm having a, oh, here we go. Here we go. Whoa, big panel money. All right. So it has this cool conveyor belt system on the inside, and you can attach the carbonite slabs to this. Probably easier if you're not holding the hold. Okay, so you can attach a carbonite slab to that, and then it can go off to the side. So it kind of looks something like this, where they can be moving all around for loading and unloading, and then docked into place. That is cool. All right, tilt this up here. Oh, there's actually there's a fabric mesh piece on the inside. That's pretty cool. The interior, it's all kind of one color. They did a lot of weathering, which is appreciated, but that would probably be the main spot that one would want to go in and really pump it up a little bit if that's what you're into. How good that is. There's a little door here that opens up the carbonite chamber, hitting this other side, so not quite sure how that all works maybe. Oh, there we go. This whole side panel comes off. You can maybe play with this chamber a little bit easier, a little bit better. And then the door over here opens, so you can load and unload there. Looks like there's a panel here that opens. It just seems like it's access panel. That obviously could use some weathering. Cool, cool, cool. There's a little door inside of here for the armory. Not to be confused with the armorer. We're not gonna be sticking her in a closet. I wouldn't recommend that. So if you can check that out in there. Little door in there. Let's go ahead and take this top cockpit piece off. It's just a little pressure type thing. And you've got 3 seats in there, which is you know, how it should be. Actually not too cramped, honestly, for trying to fit action figures in here. Now this door back here does not open and close, and that's because they're having to cheat a little bit here. So the real Razor Crest, the cockpit kind of sits on a second level, and then they have a little ladder that kind of moves you from the cockpit area down below. Now on this one, you would run into the, I don't know if I'll be able to catch this or not, but you'd be running into the refresher and the little cubby that he sleeps in and that Grogu sleeps in. So they kind of had to cheat a little bit there, but that is okay. We understand Hasbro. So very cool. Super excited about this, but guys, we're gonna take a quick pause. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of clear this up. We'll put it together, and then we'll take it for a spin. I believe I read at one point that the Razor Crest was somewhat inspired by the Warthog, and I can definitely see that with the size of these engines, guys. These things are enormous. They have a lot of really nice detail in it though. This like actually has little indentations where the blades are. There are plenty of panels here that pop off and reveal things underneath. This is really well thought out. You know, I love the sail barge. I thought that was really cool. And that to me, you know, that's an iconic piece, obviously something from my childhood. But this, I think this takes it a step further as far as just the attention to detail and the finishes and things like that. Let's go ahead and pop these guys on here. I even love that like this is gonna be hidden. This big chunky panel thing is gonna be hidden, and they went ahead and took the time to put some greebles there and, you know, make it just a little more special, which I love. All right, putting that in there, boom. Beep, 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 beep. All right. Looking good, girl. Let's put this panel back on the side. Let's put this panel back on the side the right way. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. So they actually put panels in there. So if you want to display it without the landing gear, you can. The stand that it comes with is sort of an in-flight type pose. Hiya. Okay, we've got some big old bruiser guns here. Those are gonna go on either side of the face. And those click around, so you can kind of adjust those a couple different ways if you want to. So many little pieces. If I was 10 years old, which in so many ways I am, this would just be the most amazing plaything I've ever gotten. Let's put that in here like nya. And this one like nya. Oh. So it kind of puts it up at an angle like that. Now, are these reversible? Just curious, just curious. You know what, I think it looks good as it is. Yeah, I like that, that's great. Flip this around this way, right? Looks like there's maybe like a couple catches back here. Well, I feel like it really would click into anything, but feels super stable. This is a cool display stand. I like the angle that it puts it at. Not only tilting it back, but then also rolling it slightly to the side to add a little bit of action to it. This is solid. This is great work. Hasbro, I know we give you a lot of grief, but this is pretty cool. Let's see if there's anything major that I missed inside here. Like there's all different kinds of armament type things. There's a little panel next to the armory area and the refresher that comes out, actually 2 different panels. That's where Grogu kind of stows away and where we've seen Mando take a little nap. Oh, it looks like the little gangplank here. Once it's down, it has another little extension. That's cool. A panel on this side comes up, which I started to play with, but then it seemed like it didn't want to go anywhere and I want to break my new toy. So yeah, there's a panel from over here that comes up. There is not a matching one on this side though, oddly enough. And then there's 2 panels on this side that come off as well. Well, this is the Haslab Vintage Collection Razor Crest. This has been amazing to look at. If you care to stick around, I'm gonna go grab the sail barge real quick. We'll put them next to one another and take a look. Well, friends, here we are. I'm not even sure there's enough room in this frame for me too. These are two massive pieces. I really kind of thought that the Razor Crest would be, I don't know, half the size of the sail barge, and if I were to scoot it all the way back, it's still, I don't know, 3/4, something like that. You know, both just fantastic pieces. I have to admit though, you know, the sail barge is iconic. I love it. If I only had to have one in my collection, I'd probably still stick with the sail barge, but this Razor Crest looks incredible. The paint detailing on this, and maybe it's just the fact that this sort of silvery color just lends itself to being done so well compared to sort of the drab gray and brown of the sail barge, but it just looks incredible. It looks so good. They both had to play with scale a little bit because the real life version of both would still be so much larger than what they're able to, you know, put in a box and ship all across the world. But two incredible pieces, risk really taken by both of them. I think if you had the opportunity to pick up either one of these on the secondary market for a price that you felt fair, I would not skip on it. And that is the unfortunate thing about the Haslab stuff, is that, you know, now that they're all out, maybe you're watching this and you're like, I love that Razor Crest, I love that sail barge, I want to get one. And unfortunately, you know, you're looking at secondary market, and because it's a rare item and limited, you know, they're all going for quite a bit more expensive than what they were originally. But, you know, even just some of the small things here, the detail on this gun versus some of the detail that I'm seeing on other things, I feel like they went further with this one. I feel like this has more detail. This feels a little bit more like a model, where this is a little in between. It definitely has some amazing pieces in it, has a lot of playability that they hide, which I appreciate. You know, I'm not seeing a lot of exposed hinges on either one, which is always kind of my gripe. They look great. I'm very happy. I'm very lucky to have both of these in my collection. And I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing both of them side by side, and especially unboxing this one today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. If you like videos like this, please consider subscribing. We're a fast-growing channel. We're having a ton of fun. I've got a whole box of stuff behind the camera that I need to unbox still with you guys. And we're just talking about Star Wars and collecting in general. So also consider subscribing to my Instagram page, because we're having a lot of interactions and fun polls and stuff like that on there too. Guys, it's been amazing. Thanks for being here with me. I really enjoyed unboxing this with you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.